Blaabjerg is Chief Equity Strategist at Saxo Bank. He joins me live now from Copenhagen. So just take me through your main concern or risk with regards to equity market performance in the year ahead.
Sure. Basically, we believe this is still an emerging market story this year. We see earnings growth being far the biggest in emerging markets. Second is in the US and third is Europe. Our concern is that the sovereign risk debt, partly due to bank recapitalization in the sort of weaker Eurozone countries, and the government debt and refinancing of this debt, also in the weaker Eurozone countries this year, could weigh down on European equities, especially those companies who have domestic sales, or the most part of their sales within the Eurozone. They will be affected by this.
What do you make of it? How do you weigh up the prospects for bank restructuring in Europe during the course of the next year?
I think that the top banks, the top tier 1 banks and top tier 2 banks is not in trouble. The real trouble is the small and regional banks that needs, as in Spain, to sort of actually get forced in mergers, because if you look at the content of Basel III, they are simply not able to live up to these claims or requirements as they stand currently. So I think we'll see a wave of consolidation within the European banking sector, especially in the small and medium-sized banks. And then I think there will be a short-term guarantee period from ECB in order for this bank to recapitalize over a prolonged period instead of going directly to the capital markets.
And you mentioned Spanish banks there. Just give us a sense of the ongoing contagion threat, given, you know, if many analysts now saying that Spanish banks could be facing a funding problem, and given the exposure of French and German banks to that.
Well, first of all, I don't think, since most banks in Europe own bonds or other stakes in other banks, I don't think we're going to see this collapse or funding problem that's most sort of point towards. What I think is going to happen is that for Spanish banks who are largely exposed to the construction sector, which has been hammered for years, and due to that has some issues in terms of write-downs going down the road, I think there will be a massive support from ECB, behind sort of the scene kind of actions, making sure that these banks will recapitalize, probably in cooperation with the big countries like Germany, France, obviously also Spain, and possibly also Italy.
Blaabjerg, Chief Equity Strategist at Saxo Bank, thanks so much.